Don't mind me. I'm just used to this now by this point. It's another calm, easy 3 points. If anything, this game was easier than the Liverpool game was. This just felt like the difference was we got the penalty in this game. We didn't get the offside goal. But other than that, both the Merseyside still got smoked. Big up everyone already locked in. Chelsea 2, Everton 0. Another 3 points on the board. Another considerable gap on top four now. We are now 4 points clear of Everton. And even though Everton have a game in hands on us, now it doesn't mean a thing. Brilliant composed performance from the first minute to the last. We did look like we were struggling to break down Everton's final third for a little bit, but that's only because of Everton in itself. And we have to give credit where it's due. Everton were a tough side to break down. They hung in there for the whole 90 minutes, but this was going to be another test that we had to go through, and we had to pass with flying colours, and we did that. First thing I want to say, that front three might have to be our starting front three for the next few games, because no one disappointed me. We will speak about Timo Werner later on in this, but I want to keep it on a positive vibe. The three of them were the most fluid that I've seen from a front three since we started playing under Thomas Tuchel. And I feel like they complement each other excellently. Kai Havertz dropping deep and opening up the space for Callum Hudson-Odoi and Timo Werner to just cause chaos. And in the interchange as well, it was brilliant. And eventually we were going to break through. And a moment of magic from Callum Hudson-Odoi sets up Marcus Alonso, who sets up Kai Havertz, who I really hope gets given the assist for that goal, even if it has been put down as an own goal now. But after the first goal, everything felt calm. Like, my biggest worry was, were we going to put the ball into the back of the net or not? And we did. As soon as we got the ball in the back of the net, I can simmer down, I can relax, because I know we aren't going to concede a lot of goals. Like, I know defensively our shape is going to be solid and we're going to be really hard to break down. And it showed yet again today. Andreas Christensen just did Andreas Christensen things. I'd get gassed a few weeks ago. I'm not gassed now. I'm used to it. I already told you a lot about Andreas Christensen. I told you, man, since day one, invest in Christensen stocks. And I hope you lot were lucky to do so as well. As usual, we have our new candidates into the AC Penitentiary. Big up Richarlison. Big up Dominic Calvert-Lewin as well. Welcome to the AC Penitentiary, my G's. But yeah, we are also going to talk deeper into the game. So welcome in the panel as well. What's everyone saying? Dag, first off, I'm going to start with you, my guy. What are you saying, bro?
Oh, man. Look, that was an exciting game, especially towards the end of it where it just completely opened up for both sides. But, I mean, this is what we get with a Kai Havertz that we don't get with a Tammy, that we don't get with a Giroud, right? He turns into, he's playing this false nine role, but he turns into like, you know how Anelka, while he was playing, he always dropped down and carried the ball with him and took it with him, right? And that's the kind of player that we need. But on top of that, he also drifts wide. There was positions where I had no clue where any of the players were playing, like what position they were supposed to be in, because there were all three of them were interchanging and drifting, and it just
say that again. Like, you just lost your mic for a sec.
Yeah, I said all three of the attackers were interchanging and like moving around on the pitch, and it just opened up the field for everyone else. Like how Marcus Alonso was so clear for the first goal, right? And then you have to give your flowers to Hudson-Odoi. We put him in whatever position and he performs. Every single position. This is the kind of player that we wanted to see. This is the kind of player that we wanted to see from him. This is what we knew that Bayern were trying to get him for, right? Just literally, he's a utility belt. Like, he can do whatever you need him to do. He'll go out there and play. And yeah, we're gonna give Werner this, the the Werner talk, right? Hey, yo, clean up.
Yeah, we're gonna have the Werner talk, but we'll save that for later. We'll keep the positive vibes for now, and then we'll talk about Werner, because we do need to have a conversation.
That defense, absolutely spectacular.
All right, defense. Yeah, let's keep it positive. Let's talk about the defense. Let's talk about the AC Penitentiary. It's getting full, man. But like I already told you, AC doesn't give you space. Richarlison found that out for himself in the first half. It's peak for him, and for Calvert-Lewin as well. I said this was the big challenge. Calvert-Lewin, an aggressive striker, because Christensen got absolutely dominated. He got locked up by Calvert-Lewin himself last season. This time, different effect. Defensively, we were solid, though. I want to give shout-outs to Kurt Zouma as well, who gave us a little bit more aerial threat in this match and looked solid on the ball too. Didn't really press them as much as they thought they would, but it worked to our benefit as well. Defensively, we're really solid.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ryan as well. What's your thoughts on the game today, bro?
I'm not even gassed anymore, man. This is becoming a norm under Tuchel. You get me, but yeah, it was a good performance, and I think there was two standout players for me. Well, especially in the attack, anyways, and I think that was definitely Kai Havertz and Hudson-Odoi. I think their link up was great. Timo Werner we'll speak about later, but let's focus on the positives because Kai Havertz and Hudson-Odoi's link up was really good. Kai Havertz as well. We haven't been screaming for him to start for no reason. I think the way he wasn't just the traditional nine that just stayed inside the box. He came deep. He dribbled, and he's always good in these tight areas. Like I've seen it where two men are on him, and then he just gets past them, even though he's so tall, but he just moves so like easily. You get me? So yeah, Hudson-Odoi as well on the left as well. He was great. He had a nice little ball into Havertz as well, which was I don't know why why it was a handball, but yeah, it was just a good.
No, that one was definitely handball. I can't even drop agenda on that. That was a hit. That was a clear handball. Great finish, but defo handball.
Maybe if we were playing with
I saw a photo of like it. I don't know.
All right, Ryan, bring your mic closer to your face, please.
Yo.
Yeah, there you go.
Give me a second. Let me just change the mic output and tell me if it's better.
Yeah, that's cool. You sort that out. Wayne, chat to us about the game, bro. What's your thoughts?
Buzzing. I think when you saw it, the front three, that's it. It's got to be them front three. I know we've got Mount who's been outstanding for us, and we've got other people, but that front three just looks so fluent and so. I hate to say the word because it sounds bad, but it's orgasmic how good they was. And another one is James. I think we need to say something now. James, in that right side, I personally thought about him and Hudson-Odoi, but James did look solid, especially defensively. How strong he was. Numerous occasions when they tried to attack us on that side, he was so strong and so. I don't know how to put it, like
composed.
Composed, yeah, and he just is that. I'm just everyone. It's not. I can't. One thing I will say because I know I'm going to go bad, but the one thing I'm going to say and we can laugh about is Jorginho. What are you doing when he fell on the floor?
Oh, yeah, that one was a bit of a howler, but it was one moment. And other than that, he had a stable performance, in my opinion.
Exactly, but you can't be saying anything bad about anyone, even Werner. We're obviously going to talk, but Werner didn't have a bad game.
He did not. Again, I think it was very, very clear that Tuchel was trying to get Havertz 90 minutes. Like, I'm talking every single attacking play was going through Havertz. They weren't really trying a lot of the through balls for Werner. They were trying to get it into Havertz a lot of the time, which is fair, which is what we want to see because we want to see our $90 million player or $90 million, right? We want to see him playing, and this is what we needed, really. Because if we can get Kai to play in that Atletico game or we can get him up to pace in that Atletico game, maybe missing Mason Mount won't be as important. We'll still be able to have that creative outlet from a midfield/attacking role.
Yeah, no, Havertz was excellent today. Like, it was the little things, those turns, the ball progression, final pass, like
that
everything.
penalty.
Yeah, he started getting more and more into the game as it progressed. In the second half, he was absolutely dominating things.
And this is
he's starting to get back to his best. I'm not saying he's back, but he's back to performing at the very least.
If that's not his best, then like we're in for like a treat. If that's not his best,
I mean, it's not his best. We're gonna get better from Havertz than that as well. That's the scary part.
Just wait until you see him start getting one-on-one with defenders. The shit the stuff that he can do, bro. It's gonna be But no, shout out to Mason Mount too, because he came off the bench today and he gave us energy.
But he was killing attacks though, bro.
Huh?
I feel like Mount could have rested this whole game. I feel like we were better off bringing in Ziyech. So there was one play where Mount had a chance to drive into that space, right? Yeah. But it's like he was just like stuck in two minds of what he wanted to do. I don't think he has that in him as yet. He's a young kid. But it's like we're at 3-2, and you could just see like he's not confident of what to do. Like if that was Havertz in that situation, Havertz would have drove into the space and slipped someone in. You know what I mean? Mount didn't know what to do in that situation.
His energy was good when he came on, to be fair. And I think Havertz and Mount, when you think about it, if we play them two together and you have Mount winning the ball back and then he offloads it to Havertz and Havertz could do what he does in the final third because he's significantly better than Mount, then that's exciting, man, because I think Mount and Havertz have this.
I want to see Havertz playing that 9 role again, and then playing Werner on the left, Mount on the right, and then putting Cho at right wing back because that's some serious attacking power.
I don't know. Maybe we could just switch Mount for Werner and keep Hudson-Odoi at left wing, and then play Mount right wing, and then you have Kai Havertz as a false nine.
I was thinking about 10 minutes, bro. I will. Don't worry about that.
I don't know, like Kai what's his name? Timo Werner didn't really get as involved as much. Like he had good link-up play with Kai Havertz at times.
Yeah, but again, I feel like that was not based, but I feel like that was a little bit from perspective. I feel like a lot of the play was for Kai this game. Like a lot of the passes, they were going on to his side, and they were just using Werner as sort of like a decoy run on the opposite side.
We were so fluid today in attack too.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll be real. Mason Mount didn't come off well when he came off the bench. There was a couple bad counterattacks. I feel like it's a warming up process, though. When you come onto the field, you've got to get used to the pace of the game and everything. Yeah. And sometimes you will start very slowly when you come off the bench, especially when you come on with like 10, 15 minutes left to a game. Yeah. So, he didn't play well, but I'm not holding it against him either. Like, we were 2-0 up. For the most part, I don't care too much. The one player I do want to talk about, Timo Werner, and I like Werner. I am a Werner fan. I am not going to push any unnecessary hate to his play style, the way he's been playing, but bro, he needs to be more clinical.
Why is he taking those with his left, though?
Big chances.
No.
It was well with some of these.
I'm gonna give credit to Pickford. I'm sorry, but I'm gonna.
Here's the thing.
Why is he taking those with his left foot?
No. Maybe one of those saves were good. If the rest were either straight at him or they were too weak. Like the best save I saw from Pickford was probably the Mount one late on.
Yeah, that was a good one.
The Conte one was really good because
what about the Alonso one?
He was going across body and then he had to react to he had to read Conte's mind.
Yeah, he had a couple good saves in the game, but if we're talking about Timo Werner in itself,
the near post one was.
I don't know why he took both on his left. The first one he should have
Timo Werner as well, a striker, striker.
Yeah,
like come on, he should have put one of them in the back of the net, right?
The second one, he should have opened his body up and went with his right foot. I don't know why he went with his left.
Oh, he tried to tap it under the keeper's legs, and this is the thing. He didn't even hit it with power. He tapped it.
Wait, which one was that? Was that the one?
I want to back you, but you can't do stupidness like this.
What I'm saying is I'm leaning towards a Mason Mount, Hudson-Odoi, Kai Havertz front three because I think that, I don't know, maybe not against Leeds because Leeds is the one game where you want to play Timo Werner, but for the nearby future, I think maybe Hudson-Odoi, Havertz as a false nine and Mason Mount might be the way to go because I don't know, Timo Werner didn't really get into the game enough. Like in the first half, his link-up play was decent at times with Kai Havertz. He had good chemistry there. But other than that, I didn't really get into the game as much. It was mainly just Kai Havertz and Hudson-Odoi running the show. So I don't know. And then when he did get 2 chances, the first one he had way more time than he knew. And he could have even put it across goal for Kai Havertz coming back, but I don't know. I feel like that was the worst option. And at least if he was gonna shoot in to the near post, should have shot with his right. He shot with his left into the near post. Should have went across goal. And then the second one is where he should really be more composed, man. Like he really should have opened up his body and went onto his right foot. You get me? So I don't know what Timo, man.
I think we're gonna see a very switched or like a different lineup against Leeds because if that's we have Atletico midweek after that, right?
They're balling on West Ham right now.
Yeah, that's what watching they're playing really well. So
background as well.
It should be 2-0 already, but they're both goals disallowed.
I like that game though because I feel like they're gonna be open. You know what I mean? So we're gonna have chances.
Yeah, I think Timo Werner will definitely start in that game.
I think it's better for that game because of how open their defense will be. His speed can get behind. But Mason Mount, he hasn't He's a quality player, but he hasn't got that speed.
No. Mason is playing. Mason is playing. That's not a question.
Is that the high intensity we need him?
No, not even the high intensity. He's not playing in midweek, so he's most definitely playing.
Oh yeah, that's
definitely.
There's no way he's not playing the league.
that too.
The two players
I don't
I know for sure will be dropped, won't be playing.
Yeah, Drew Mason gone.
Kovacic,
Kante Kovacic he will want to save them because they've got players. Let's go.
No.
Jorginho is suspended.
Suspended, isn't he?
And
or Jorginho suspended, right? Okay.
yeah, Jorginho suspended, and someone else, I can't remember who.
I'm going to drop the link as well in
Jorginho.
20 minutes for anyone else who wants to hop on. So don't worry, I'm going to drop it soon.
I think we might see either Kante Jorginho or Kovacic Jorginho pivot.
I don't know. I'm kind of scared of Leeds though. I feel like they got good attack. You know what I mean?
No, don't.
No, Leeds will just create a lot of chances, and they will just come out and give us a game.
Yeah.
So I'd be worried, but if we do our job, we should be able to beat Leeds.
Yeah, not
If
even
we
our
to make it easy.
if we keep our shape, we're fine. Leeds are all about catching people out of shape and counterattacking. If we don't,
Christensen had a good game today, Luz. I was really impressed with that one-on-one. You feel that was that test, like that you.
I am going to drop it off every time there's a mention of his name. I can't lie. Go on.
You seen that test was one-on-one when Richarlison was running at him. I said, okay, Christensen, let me see what you're gonna do right here. And he did like excellent in that situation. Because that's
don't forget his ball to Alonso. Bit of
beauty.
Yeah.
I am used to it. Very used to it.
But let's be honest, right? If Bielsa is one of the best tactical-minded coaches there is, he's quite smart up there. If Tuchel can outsmart him, and if we win and keep another clean sheet, then for me, Tuchel, my hat's off to you because you've proven that you can be the big guns in tactical-minded, and that's for me is a big test.
Yeah, because Ancelotti was going to be a big test, and the way he set up his team, it was hard for us. Like we dominated, but we dominated based on how good we were ourselves. But it's nothing to take away from Everton. I think Everton will be very disappointed they didn't leave it with at least a point. But quality shows, and that's the quality of our front three. Defensively, they struggled to get a goal in on us. Richarlison's second half just completely disappeared. I think their best chance was the free kick. No, that hit the wall, didn't it?
They cut it out.
The Richarlison shot.
Yeah. What was it? I think it was. There was a shot in the first half where Mendy had to get down.
Oh no, that was.
Was it Richarlison? There was someone on his left.
Richarlison,
someone in it. Mendy had to make a.
Wasn't it Sigurdsson?
Tuchel's become the first manager in Premier League history to keep a clean sheet in the first 5 games. Love to see that. Our defense has been ridiculous over the last few weeks, and people are saying it's boring football and everything. I don't care. Our attack's good enough that we will make a goal, and if we don't, it's on us anyway because we aren't clinical half the time. Our problem has been defensively, and defensively we are crazy solid right now. So I gotta give the props where it's due to the entire back five and the system too.
Well, we got
one second. I'll reset.
As well, his link-up play. I think for me, I think it's between him and Kai Havertz for man of the match. But like he was so good today, Hudson-Odoi, man. Like,
and you know
the
what
way, his first thought was forward, man. That's what I like. Like every time he got the ball, it was always just forward thinking. You get me?
Hey, hold on. Listen, right? This through ball won us the penalty today.
Kovacic,
man. Bitmus, talk to us, man.
My guy.
Like, big up everybody in the panel. Big up everybody in the chat as well. I don't know the thing. Go.
Yes, bro. What are you telling me, man? Another W.
We keep getting them, you know. We're a dub team now.
5 home games, 5 clean sheets.
What's the record? What's the history? The historic thing. He has to win one more game without conceding a goal at Stamford Bridge to get the record.
You got the history.
You got it now, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
I think it must have been before this match.
Yeah, it was.
But going back to Ryan's point though about Cho, like Cho was taking on people. He was going at them, and the thing that Holgate I think got a yellow card. so he smelled blood. So he couldn't really dive in on him. And this is the Callum Hudson-Odoi we like to see. And you got to remember, he made that pass before the pass that Alonso made to Havertz.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the key pass into. I don't think it was Alonso.
No, I'm just saying he made that pass into Alonso.
Yeah, I'm saying that was the key pass in that move. That Hudson-Odoi's pass was definitely the key.
That broke it.
And Hudson-Odoi, like what I like about him is, you see a lot of our players in the first half's thought was to go backwards or sideways or to keep the ball. But whenever Hudson-Odoi had the ball, he just looked lively. I think he was probably our most lively player when he got the ball. Like when he got the ball, obviously he passed it into Kai Havertz for that for the handball goal in it. But like he's got great link up play. And I don't know, man. There's just something about Hudson-Odoi that I like. Like I just like his forward thinking and his
I feel like
directness.
he's gonna get the best out of him.
Yeah, dude.
The
I mean,
thing
this summer, if he goes in the lab and really gets a left foot shot, dude, it's wraps. It's actually wraps. Because
The
that's
thing
the
is
whole
that
thing missing from his locker.
our front three was so fluid today. And I've not seen Chelsea that fluid at the front for a long time. And we did a lot today. Like we said they managed us. Me and Lewis noticed it. Our two midfielders, central midfielders, they specifically put two people on them to stop the play because they thought if they stop them, they stop us. It didn't happen.
Yeah.
We outsmarted their plan, and we played brilliantly in forward press and forward passes. And today we showed another length of what we can do because Christensen's been probably our best player on the Tuchel.
Yeah.
Dave has been
He's got a
brilliant.
shout though for a lot of people.
Nah, I don't think so.
But
Only
Silva's
Jorginho and Kovacic for me, you could say, have improved so much under Tuchel compared to Christensen. But I think they'll say Christensen because of how low people rated him before Tuchel joined anyway.
And the amount of playing time he was getting under the previous managers. No one else was playing him. But then Tuchel comes in and plays him for me.
But I never low rated him. I just never thought he could be a regular starter for more than like 3 or 4 games. And I just thought he was a good squad player, but he wasn't good enough to start, especially under Lampard. But I don't know, though, he just looks reborn. Like, how many games is this now? It's like, what, 7, 8 games? Christensen's, no, is that too much? I don't know, it's like 6, 7 games now, and Christensen's been very, very
6
solid.
games, I think it's been.
6 games. Yeah, that's 6 very solid games of Christensen, and he's played Liverpool. He played most of the Spurs game. He played the Atletico game as well, this Everton game. So you have to give props to Christensen. He's just looked reborn, man.
Yeah.
There's probably
Here's the question now. This is all without Thiago Silva, and we've asked the question for a while. I'm going to keep dropping it now. Where does Thiago Silva fit back into the back three? Because the more Christensen plays, the less reasons there are to drop him.
Yeah.
And really, I am now 100% on the train of you do not drop Christensen now.
Yeah.
Like, I don't see any reason to do it. And if you do, I'm
even against Atletico, Lewis.
Look what happened the last time he played against Atletico. We still haven't seen Suarez.
No, do you not think Thiago Silva really? Lewis, I got a question though. Do you not think Thiago Silva has to play against Atletico? Who do you think is gonna drop him?
He doesn't have to play. I want him to play, but he doesn't have to. We literally just won away at their ground at Bucharest without him. Yeah, we don't have to.
Lewis, didn't we have a question? Didn't we? They said look, Silva played for PSG at the right side of defence. Mm-hmm. So why can't he play? I know that's Dave, but why can't he play instead of Dave and put him there? Christensen in the middle and Rudiger on the left. Because to me, that would be a good back three.
No, the reason why they wouldn't do that is because of pace.
Yeah, Thiago Silva does
not have the pace to play like a left back, left centre back style.
Yeah, I would not be down with that at all.
No. I mean, it could work, but it just comes down to the manager's choice and what he prefers, to be honest.
The way that we use our right center back role, depending on who is playing there, is going to be very important. I mean, our right wing back. So, if Thiago Silva is playing with Reece, I'll be way more comfortable than I will with Thiago Silva and Cho. So, I don't know. I don't think that's the proper move to make.
Just
On the Aspilicueta, on the Christensen front, there's no way that we can replace him. Like, because the only thing that I wanted to see if he can handle was a fast, strong striker, right? Dominic Calvert-Lewin, right? There really isn't another player that's going to be harder for, like, this is what you would say would be the hardest player for Christensen to play against. Someone who's fast, but at the same time is really strong. Because that's been the questions that we've had from him in the previous years. Can he be strong against these big-bodied strikers? And today he proved it. Yeah, he had help with Zuma and he had help with Aspi, but he's still gonna have that help if we play him against Atletico. So for the near future, I don't think there's any reason to bench him at all.
I don't know. No. I'm not saying we should drop him or anything, but I don't know what we're gonna do when Thiago Silva comes back. Because for me, I think I want him to play the Atletico game because I just feel like we're just gonna need his experience against like Joao Felix and Suarez, and Christensen's been solid and stuff. Christensen and Rudiger have been solid, but you gotta remember Thiago Silva captained his team to a Champions League final. Like his experience, I feel like we're gonna need it. So I don't know. It's gonna be a bit of a selection.
Again, the fact is, we've beaten them without him.
It's a good problem.
No, Atletico are gonna be more turned on though. Like they're gonna be more wanting to win.
And I still want Thiago Silva to start, but we are at the point now where we don't need him to start. He's quality, but we gotta respect the quality our entire defense has.
So Lewis, say you wanted to start. Who would you want him to start for?
Take off Aspi, in my opinion.
Ooh, that's a big shout.
Aspi would have to be the one that drops. Christensen doesn't get dropped because I don't see a reason why.
Would you move Christensen into right centre back?
No, if anything, like we said here, Thiago Silva's played right centre back for PSG in a back three. I'd say we go for that again.
Yo, we always come back around to the same thing. Aspilicueta is used as a right back when we are attacking, bro. Yeah, it's gonna be hard.
I know, but we're gonna need to be more defensive in this game. I don't think we're gonna be thinking so far forward. If anything, we won't drop as many players forward.
Yeah, but if you think about it, we didn't go to Atletico in Bucharest to defend. So I don't see us gonna like.
No, but that's because we needed the away goal. Now we have the away goal.
Yeah, but we're not gonna sit. Yeah, but we're not gonna sit back at Stamford Bridge and allow Atletico to just overrun us.
I wouldn't say we sit back, but to play more defensive minded, and to do that, I think you'd go for Silva, Christensen, and Zuma or Rudiger. But I'd go Rudiger as already because he's already.
But why? Would any of you drop Rudiger?
No, I wouldn't.
To be fair, that could work if you go. I think if you go Thiago Silva right centre back or Christensen vice versa, I don't mind. And then you have Reece James at right wing back, and then you play Hudson-Odoi as part of the front three because Mason Mount's going to be out. So and then you can play what we played today basically, except for Thiago Silva for Aspilicueta. Then I could see that working, but you never know, innit? You never know. We'll see. Maybe one of us centre backs.
I'm going to drop the link in 5 minutes to everyone else who wants to hop on. 5 minutes and I'll drop it.
Understand that what everybody I try to say, and put Thiago at the right centre back, etc. But that would be throwing the balance of the team. No matter how much we'd love to see, that's not what the manager would like to see because of his balance. Remember, when you play the outside role of a centre back, it all comes down to mobility. The reason why Thiago Silva and those other guys were there because PSG never really have another option to probably rest him and play him in certain games. They didn't have no one. They had 3 centre backs and the 3 of them were after playing in week in, Kim Pepe, when Marquinhos was fit, he played centre back. Or what is this guy named? The German Kerrer, whatever his name is. It won't work because Thiago Silva is not that mobile to give that support. Even not to us players Aspilicueta, but to drop in, go wide, go forward, get back. That's gonna throw the balance of the team, bro.
I think it all depends on how the Leeds game goes. Because I mean, God forbid, but if something like today happens where Zuma, Thank God he didn't pick
The
up.
pitch is crap.
Thank God. But someone might unfortunately pick up an injury in the Leeds game, and then that would lead to us not having, or Tuchel not having a choice anymore. But for the time being, I feel like this is the best headache for a manager to have. All of my defenders are performing. Who do I drop, right? But
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like we'll see what happens, because again, Leeds is a team that really runs, that really tries to press players, right? So that's going to force our defenders to be running a little bit more. And if it seems that they might not be as match fit come Atletico, then he might be able to sub in another one. But I think we should be fine. And to be honest, I don't, like, if we're gonna perfectly honest, I doubt Thiago Silva misses that Atletico game, because he has way too much experience to not play in that.
Yeah, but saying that, look at what he did today on the bench. Yeah, we know we need spins, but look what he did. He encouraged them. When he come off, he said, well done to everyone, gave advice. You can see him talking to them on the way out back to the second half. I know we need him in that team, but he can still do a brilliant job on the sideline.
On the sideline, yeah.
So
I agree.
we're fortunate to have
All I'm
that.
saying is,
There's
I
not many
think
people say that.
Yeah.
Thiago Silva, for me, I want him to play, and if I want him to play, I think we're gonna have to play him in his best position in a back three, and that's in the middle. And then whether Christensen can play on the right, I don't mind. Then I think Christensen probably does deserve to be on the right. And then if you have Reece James as well there, if you have Reece James as a right wing back, he can kind of fill in for right back, and then you have a front three of Hudson-Odoi. Having, you get me? But we'll see in it.
Yo, it's come down to the manager, bro. Because there's I as much as Virgin, I don't talk about Christensen like Lewis or you guys, but ever since I've been watching him coming through the ranks, I've always find him as I like seeing him. But that season, he had that horrible season under Conte. I was like, oh my word, Christensen, we've been giving you so many chances. We needed to shine because you're a product of Chelsea. But when you look at it, bro, I want him to play every game. But if this manager is gonna go back for Thiago Silva, there's no way he's going to bench Azpilicueta just because Christensen is playing well. That's just his backup centre back in that role. No matter how much you guys want to see him play,
2-0 West Ham.
The real thing about it, bro, is that Christensen is going to be the backup centre back for Thiago Silva. But the thing is, the big question is, if the way Christensen is playing now, do we need to give Thiago Silva a year extension based on the fact that Christensen is playing well? Those are the questions you need to ask yourself.
But you see, my thing is, I don't mind. I think we should use maybe Thiago Silva sparingly throughout the rest of the season, and we don't have to play him every single game. But
yeah, then
there's certain
I've
games that you need.
Link in the chat as well for whoever wants to jump on to. Go on, guys.
I feel like there's just certain games you need Thiago Silva playing, and I just feel like Atletico just might be one of them. And I don't know. I don't want to shoehorn Christensen in because he's been so good at right centre back. You get me? So we'll have to see, and it's a big selection.
Bro, as I'm saying, we keep saying the same thing. If it depends, bro. If the way I understand what you're saying, bro, but the right centre back, it's not. No matter how much we try to say this, it's not gonna change. Azpilicueta will always be the right centre back based on the fact of his mobility and going forward with the ball on the right side, bro. That's how Tuchel uses it.
Yeah.
So we are not going to see Thiago Silva play that right centre back or because they weren't a right back. Remember, Azpilicueta was a right back playing right centre back, so he attacked like a wing back.
Vitmus, my thing is, say we play Reece James, he's gonna be the more defensive right wing back here, and then you put Christensen at right centre back. I think that could work a little bit better because Reece James is way more defensive than Hudson-Odoi.
It wouldn't work, man. It wouldn't work, man. Vitamus is right, man.
Because we're not
you can't play Christensen or Thiago right centre back. The only one that can do it is Aspie or Reece James.
Yeah. Yeah,
Who's
Reece
that?
No,
James.
but Reece James,
He
I
might.
hope he can definitely.
Reece James could play right centre back. He could.
What is that?
He could play
Reece
right centre
James.
back, man.
Yeah, I see him doing it in the future, just not now, innit?
Aspie's the only one like best at suited for right centre
Suitable
back.
at the
Thiago
moment.
can't do it. He's not mobile. Christensen couldn't. I can't see him in the right centre back in the back three, man. He just plays centre back, like the middle part of it. Like,
Did he
I
do
can't
it
see
against
it.
Barnsley as well?
say that again.
I'm saying the problem we have right now, is, like, it's a good problem that we have. You know what I mean? We have players that can.
Now that is a good problem.
Like when
But-
Zuma went down injured, I was like, oh, I saw Thiago Silva.
Yeah, but Zuma didn't even play that. Like
Zuma just
even
slipped.
press. His distribution was poor. Like I would have played flipping. I would have played Rudiger, man. I don't know why Zuma playing the left centre back. It's like
I think Zuma was decent, innit?
But he was
I
decent
don't
in
think
like
it was.
getting the ball off people.
We had a
But
clean
on
sheet.
On the ball, he was just so terrible, man. Oh my days, bro.
I
Honestly,
believe
it
what's
was
going to
terrible.
happen is
Look, this is
I
the
was
Rudiger
terrible,
on
man.
lead and
This guy
Thiago
flipped
Silva
the
in
play,
the
yeah. I
Champions
was
League.
like, oh my days, what are you doing, bro?
Hold on, Freud was saying something.
Everybody attack same
Oh.
time.
What I believe that's going to happen, like Lewis said, you can't drop Christensen. I also believe you can't drop because of
You might.
What was that? Your mic, bro?
is it my mic?
Yeah. Try now.
Oh, how about now?
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. So you're
Okay,
saying?
well, all I was saying is Christensen can't be dropped. I also think Aspie can't be dropped. So it's gonna either be up to who's gonna play in that Rudiger, Zuma, or Thiago. But
But you
I
can't
think what's
play.
gonna happen is Thiago in the
Listen.
Champions League, but Rudiger in the Leeds.
Listen,
You
guys.
can't play Thiago.
Listen, guys. I hear all of this. Yeah. If it was a league game against like West Ham next, yeah, and you said we can't drop Christensen, yeah, I get it, yeah. But you're speaking about Atletico Madrid. We're gonna be hungry to get it now. Like as much as we can say how good we were against them in the away leg,
Yeah, but
they didn't really cause much of a threat. So all I'm saying is, you need your experienced players there, and we can't shoehorn players in because they've been playing
yeah, but
really
you have
good.
to play
Yeah, but
players.
who's been
You have to-
shoehorned? That's the
you have to-
thing.
you have
If
to play
anything, we're
players on
shoehorning
form.
Silva.
You have
in.
to take context, man. Thiago Silva.
Bro, Ryan.
Yeah, but you have to play players on
Listen,
form.
bro. Listen,
Can I interject that?
Ryan knows. Oh, go on. Who are trying to talk? Sorry, who are trying to talk?
Oh, go on.
All I was saying is that I understand Ryan's point, but bro, Thiago Silva has been missing in action for like how many
A
weeks,
month,
bro?
man.
Or how many games he has missed? The way Christensen is playing now, you can't
You
remove.
can't disrupt it, man. Don't
Yeah.
disrupt it, man.
Yeah, you can't remove him to play Thiago right now. It won't work.
You can't do it, man.
Okay, yeah, I do agree with that. What he's saying.
Oh, give me a sec. Jack, I'm gonna
I hear
rotate
all of
you.
that, but you gotta take it with.
Y'all head out.
I hear all of that.
Go
Later,
on.
man.
Ah, Xavier, big up.
I hear all of
Yeah,
that.
Johnny,
I'm
hop
not
on,
even
hop on.
saying. Christensen's been like brilliant under Tuchel. I'm not even denying that, yeah. But you gotta take it with context. Like I just feel like we're just gonna need Thiago Silva's experience.
I agree. We do need
in
to.
this game.
Wait. Can I interject that? Because I know you've been speaking for a long time today. So yeah, I just think again with Thiago Silva and that. Yes, we do need a bit of experience, but at this form, you cannot drop Andreas Christensen
No, you can't, man.
as much as I maybe adore a little bit of Christensen, but I just don't think like in this shape or form, there's no way he's gonna drop Christensen at some point, unless if it's an injury or something.
Because you gotta
It's true,
think
man.
based on confidence.
It's based on
Me?
form, man.
He's
Yeah,
in form though. He's got
You're gonna
confidence.
kill this guy's confidence. Oh shit, we get
Oh, Johnny, show his
Come on, Johnny.
Hey, Johnny, it's all right, man.
Nah, man, nah, man.
Hey, Johnny.
I saw you, Johnny. I saw you.
Johnny. Hey, Johnny, show his face.
Oh, boys.
What are you saying, Johnny, about Mason Mount, Johnny? What are you saying about Mason Mount?
What am I saying about Mace? Money Mace. Money Mace,
Yeah, what's
man. He got robbed of an assist from
Hey,
Werner.
leave Johnny alone, man.
He got robbed of an assist, and he had a decent shot. He carried the ball. He done what he needed to do to just make sure we keep that clean sheet. work for the team.
Yeah, Mount
Link
did
ups
alright,
with
man. Mount did
Havertz.
alright, man.
Yeah, Mount was good. There's no worries about Mount. I'm more gassed about Havertz. Havertz for me,
Yeah, Havertz had a good game, man. He should have had a
fantastic.
goal as well.
False 9, buzzing, bruv. Absolute buzzing.
Yeah, what are your thoughts on his
Incredible.
coming off the bench? Because I know a lot of people are going to try use that as a means to try and get him, but I was saying it was more just him warming up after coming off the bench, just adjusting to the pace of the game.
Who we talking?
Mount.
Oh, Mount, yeah.
Off the bench.
Well,
Sorry, Lewis, I've got to show. Got dinner.
Take care, bro. Bless.
Nice one. I think he just needed. I think we needed just a bit of stability in there. And Adoy was very offensive when we were 2-0 up. We didn't need to be too offensive. So I think.
I think Adoy was man of the match, man.
Honestly,
Adoy is man of the match, man.
I think it's between him and Kai Havertz. I think Adoy in the first half was. I think
Because he
probably
played the pass to Alonso. You know what our midfield needs to do? We need to play to the attack more quick. We play too slow to the attack, man. That's why when people are making runs, it's like, oh, like it's gone. Like the opportunity is gone. We need to play into Havertz quick. Just pass it into them so that they can start creating like opportunities, man.
I think you need to give it to Havertz just because he.
A lot more. Yeah, Havertz.
You know, his performance for someone who has hardly played. He looked.
That's what I'm saying.
Really,
we need to play
really
into him quick. That the first 15 minutes, we wasn't playing into him. He was finding bare little half spaces. We wasn't playing into him. We need to play into them. Feed these lot quicker, man.
Yeah, but
it's too sideways sometimes, man. It's annoying.
And he dug in as well. He got in as well.
I understand what Emma's saying. I understand what you're saying, but Everton made it very hard for us to play in the first 20 minutes of the game.
You know it is, Vitmus. One thing that Reece James needs to do, he needs to drive more, man. For someone of that build, yeah, you need to be able to drive more with the ball, man.
Yeah,
you got to drive more. You got to do something, man. Because you're playing wing back. You're supposed to one that's supposed to create. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Like, we know Alonso's not going to do it, so you need wing. He did one mad run there. I was like, rah, Reece James, do that every time. Get out the players, bro. Do you know what I'm saying, fam? Like, stop playing.
He's a Hulk. He's a tank.
He's a big unit. It's like last season when... Do you remember when Loftus-Cheek was dribbling like at players? That's what Reece James needs to do. Someone of that structure, yeah. Use your structure to your best ability.
Yeah, but
you see when he shielded the ball from Sigurdsson.
With the ball, man. He's got to run.
Sigurdsson just bounced off it.
Do you know what though, boys? I feel buzzing like for the Atletico game. I actually feel like with Kai Havertz as a false 9, bro, like we can go there, man, and do the business. I'm telling you.
Yeah, Kai Havertz had a good game, man.
He looks dangerous. He looks dangerous as a false 9.
Imagine that's just him coming back from like not playing for
exactly
a few months.
Exactly.
Hey, why didn't they give him the goal
with
man?
COVID as well in the mix?
Yeah, they should have gave him the benefit.
Was that ball going in? Because I thought it was going in for a second.
It was probably going wide, isn't it? But
it was going wide.
You know what, lads? As well, yeah, it doesn't matter. Let's say he was given that goal, right? And then I didn't think it was a handball personally. That was 2 goals.
No.
And then he won the penalty. He could have had a hat trick. Literally.
He had a good
That's
game.
how good he was. That's how
he
good
also
he
had
was.
a good game. Christensen, hey, that 1-on-1 with Richarlison, I was like, rah.
Oh yeah, he cleaned up nicely.
That was curtains for us, man.
I was like, rah, man.
Another penitentiary, Lewis, for you, bro. Another.
Whoa, that's a lot of players, you know. He's kept a lot of players quiet. You know?
This is why we don't need to drop Christensen for Atletico.
We don't.
He's proved it playing with Zuma. He's proved it. He can play with Thiago Silva, no problem. No problem.
I believe that Christensen's popping like rah.
The only person looks like their spot in the back line looks under pressure is Rudiger, but I don't know, that German thing. I don't think the German gonna bench a German,
Nah, he won't, man. He won't, man. But you know what it is, yeah, with Tuchel, he's brought all these fringe players back in. Jorginho, Rudiger, Christensen, and he's made them look good. So I feel like now.
If you told me before Lampard got sacked that 2 months in we would be debating whether to play Thiago Silva over Christensen, bro, I would have slapped you.
But Lampard wasn't keeping the squad happy. He was just playing players for the sake of it.
That just shows how good Tuchel utilized the French players.
Let me tell you something. Like when I used to live in Jamaica, I used to play football. Like the leagues in Jamaica are not that big, but I used to play in the leagues in Jamaica. And let me tell you this:
Okay.
You see, an example with Lampard. You see, when you go to a club, bro, it don't matter how good you are. If the coach doesn't like you, like there are people in the world can just hate you, bro. You don't have to do anything, and they can just hate you. If the coach don't like you, bro, you're not playing. And that happened to the players. That's what happened.
Man.
He
I'm
just
traumatized from them moments, man.
One guy I want to touch on is what do you guys think of Pulisic? Like, I feel like every game it's
It's only
just
like 3
confidence.
minutes.
He's
It was
losing
too little
After
to
2
judge.
minutes,
I
I
know.
can't even judge
I
him.
understand that he only got some minutes in, but even the games before them, even while Lampard was in, like it just seems like his confidence is just dropping and dropping every game.
Do you know it is, yeah? He's
I
just
think
not
he's
fit.
scared.
He's not fit because apparently Tuchel does some data analysis and they look at fitness properly in it. So I think he's just not fit. He's just not fit, man. And every time he comes on, he looks mad rusty, bruv. Like
Mad rusty, man.
I have a feeling he's trying to adjust his game to
have
be
you
more.
even seen it? Like, you don't even look clean, fam. I don't know.
Did you guys see how he fell? Like,
he
he fell, and I was like, what?
Like,
I thought his hamstring went when he fell. I was so scared.
Can I ask you, lads? Yeah,
I feel like Pulisic, yeah, he's not as explosive anymore, man. I just feel like I saw
he's
it a
scared
little
to
bit
be.
against Burnley and Spurs, but like when he came on against Man United, what other games? Atletico. This game as well. Even under Lampard, he just didn't look like in certain games. He just didn't look like he wanted to drive at players.
That's my point.
He
That's
looks
what I'm
like
trying
he
to
just
say.
wants to get goals.
father.
Can I hold on about Pulisic here? I just think again, I think he's been cursing with these injuries and that, but I'm not gonna make an excuse that I thought that he has been quiet this season. Maybe it's because last season since the lockdown, he's been firing all cylinders during the lockdown period, but after that cup final again, I just like to repeat it myself again about the cup final. Since that cup final, he hasn't looked the same. Let's be honest with him.
Yeah.
No, but to be fair, he's had a couple alright games in it. Do you know what I'm trying to say? He ain't been that bad. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Like, he's had a couple like decent performances.
Apart from Arsenal and Wolves,
the
he
Arsenal,
looked
Wolves.
Oh, don't even mention that.
Against Wolves, he was good. Against Arsenal, he was good, and I think someone else, he was alright. Even Man City, to an extent, he was alright. Even though we got smacked, he was alright.
He was trying.
I just think Tuchel's just gonna put him in like slowly, and then he's gonna put him in when he trusts him fully, because this boy gets injured so much, and it's like
he's got.
Can I really rely on you when you're gonna get
you
injured,
gotta remember, like it's gonna get to the point, I believe, that Tuchel's gonna find like, you know what? Let me see my other options, because if he's gonna keep on playing with no confidence like that, it's gonna be an issue for him.
100%. That's what I'm saying. Pulisic's got like 6 months, and we'll see in it. Because still, even if we did sell him, I don't want us to sell him. By the way,
because he was benched by
Tuchel. His valuation's still up, innit? Do you know what I'm trying to say? But he needs to work on He needs to go yoga or something, bro. Work on the hamstring, bro. I don't know, bro. Go do some yoga, bro.
Can I ask you, with Werner, right? Werner had.
Johnny, one step, bro. It says, do we have the best young squad in world football? Silver play left centre back, even right centre back at PSG for Tuchel. Interesting. Big up for the great channel, all those business. I appreciate that. It says, Johnny,
but when Silva was playing that position,
what does he mean?
Younger.
I'm looking good, man.
He was
What's
younger though. He's 36.
What I'm saying is, I think
that's a compliment.
Well, yeah,
I think Tuchel will definitely play him. I don't know where, but I know for a fact Thiago Silva is going to play in the Atletico game. Like, I don't know if he's going to take Christensen's place.
We do have one of the best young squads in world football, though.
We do. Definitely up there.
Centerpiece. You have that. You got a team that's ready to dominate European football for the next 5 years.
Imagine havertz and oh my days.
That's what I said to you, lot. I said once our front line actually clicks, we are going to be so dangerous.
It's not even about that. It's about like how Tuchel made us so good, like the counter press. You see how slow Jorginho is? I see him even pressing. I'm like, raw, like that's installed into everyone. When we lose the ball, get the ball back. So you can already see that Tuchel's had a good effect, man.
Bro, that comes down to as we said, the manager, bro. The manager get the best out of players.
Exactly, fam. He's innovated the team, bro. He's made the team look like just get the ball hungry. He's shouting at Timo,
guys,
get the ball.
You don't see Georgie in a 360 turn in front of
lads.
That's his signature move now.
Right
outside the foot.
I was like, whoa, word. man's confidence has gone up.
Yo, I was like, yo, Jorginho, I know you're capable, but please don't do that again.
Hey, Vitmas, Jorginho's mad confident on the ball, you know.
What you
like,
mean?
Edge of the D, man's doing up Cruyff turns. I'm thinking, yo,
Yeah.
brother, just
He didn't do it against Liverpool.
Yeah, he be turning players like near the defense. I'm like, okay.
I'm like, yo,
No,
relax,
but
fam.
Jorginho will over, bro. Like, I'll always be confident with him in that area of the pitch. He knows how to
No, I'm more confident.
Did you see the way he turned the Liverpool players? I think he turned Jota.
I'm more confident with Kovacic.
He turned two at the same time.
When
Lewis,
Kovacic
I sent it to you on Twitter.
When Kovacic does it, I'm more confident. But with Jorginho, because he's a bit slow, yeah, if it doesn't go off, yeah, boy, we're losing the ball there still.
Bro,
It is.
it's like
You always
he's so
think
slow.
he's going to lose it, but then he doesn't.
Blood.
I don't know. It feels like he's so slow. It looks like he's gonna lose the ball.
Because he's so slow, yeah, it just looks it looks even better in it. You know what I mean?
you know. To be honest, guys, I think if Christensen didn't have a good game and Havertz didn't have a good game, man, the match could have gone to Jorginho as well. You know.
Yeah, Mount as well.
Yeah, definitely.
Culver. I love
No, man, yo.
Someone just say Mount. I heard someone say Mount man of the match. Just came over the last 10 minutes.
No one said Mount man of the match.
I'm joking, lads. I'm joking, man.
You're high, man. Mount.
You did? Okay.
But Mount did alright though. Counter pressing. Like
he should have released the ball earlier one time for Havertz or Alonso.
That's his decision making.
He almost scored, then he got robbed of an assist. That's a good performance.
That's Mount's next phrase that he needs to work on, decision making. Because easily, if he had slipped it earlier, maybe we could have had
Havertz was in.
Exactly. So that's his next sort of thing. Get those key passes in, and then we're looking at potentially a good player, man.
No.
But I have no worries with Mount, man. Mount's gonna be good for us.
As much as you guys know, I like Kovacic. I don't think he had the best of games today.
He did put the pass for Havertz to get the penalty.
Off the ball, man. Recoveries, man.
No, man, bro. Kovacic, he was not that good, but he wasn't bad either.
Yeah, judging by his recent form, he wasn't up to.
Jorginho was better than Kovacic.
Yeah, that's all it was.
Today,
Jorginho was better today.
100%, man. But I just feel like Reece James
Kovacic was a bit. He didn't drive his players.
Bro,
he didn't drive that players as much as I wanted him to.
Reece James got a drive.
I feel like with
stages too, man. It's just
Reece James done his job. He done his job.
Yeah, but he needs to drive, man.
Reece James.
You can't have two stagnated wing backs. Like, we know Alonso can get forward, yeah, but he's not a driver. Do you get it? Reece James needs to drive, blood.
You know that Tuchel was
Alonso
screaming at Reece
one
James.
as well.
He was screaming at him, going, "Be more aggressive."
He's saying, go high, press high.
Yeah, that's what I like.
What? I don't even know that. See, Tuchel even knows. He needs to get up, lad.
Did you hear him speaking German?
Yeah. I know what giving instruction. He's out there giving instruction. You could hear him, and it's like
talking to his German boys.
Yeah, he was speaking German. I was like, whoa.
He was saying you've been on the left.
No crowd noise. You can literally hear him. He gets onto all of our players. He got onto Reece James' bear. He was like, "Hey, go forward."
Speaking German, fam. I was like, whoa.
He was talking to Timo. He was saying, you've been on the left for 15 minutes. What have you done? Go to the right already, or something like that. I saw a rough translation of it. Wait, I'll get it out now.
He said.
He said, you're playing on the right. You've been standing around on the left for 15 minutes. What don't you understand?
Oh, shit. That's jokes.
Why did Lampard say that like months ago?
Where did he find that?
10 goals.
When he was speaking German to Werner, he was saying that basically just get on the right. You've been on the left for 15 minutes standing around.
Yeah, I mean, what source did you get that from?
German. I was on a stream and the German person, it was like some German people were translating it in the chat, and Lawrence, he translated as well and posted on Twitter.
That's nuts.
Let me go, Lawrence.
This is the thing with Reece James. I think Reece James is just being a bit careful based on the fact that he wants to cement a spot in the team and he doesn't want to do too much.
Vitmus, he has to drive, bro.
Of course, man.
Because when you go playing a low block, yeah. Look, when no one likes to be when you dribble at someone, they don't like it. I promise you, bro. I play football myself. When you dribble at someone, they hate it. someone of that build is not dribbling. It's like, right, why are you always playing side, bro? Take the game into your own hands, bro. Drive at the
not a
players.
dribbler, bro.
Bro, when he started dribbling at Allen was like, whoa. You see, Allen, he was on the floor.
Because he wasn't
like,
expecting it.
Exactly.
Give him
So
time,
if you don't
man.
do
Give
that,
the players
if
time,
you keep
man.
playing sideways,
Do you know what the beautiful thing is?
predictable.
Is that we're literally nullifying teams and we're keeping clean sheets galore, like literally every game. We're
Yeah,
not
man,
conceding
it's good, man.
goals. We're scoring. We're on a good run. I mean, after we've gone through a group of death, if you like. So
Who
to
we
speak.
playing next?
We got Leeds next.
Leeds. Saturday.
Yeah, that'll be open.
I can't lie. If there's one game for Timo Werner to get a goal, it has to be Leeds.
Yeah, he must.
because
Yeah,
then-
he must
It
get
has
some
to.
goals in. He
It has
must
to.
for this
Not
game.
gonna
Yeah,
lie,
he
yeah.
has to.
Not gonna
You
lie.
see Timo Werner.
Wait. Hold on. Let me interrupt that. I've been defending Timo Werner the whole night for the whole season.
Same.
If you haven't noticed yet, but tonight, yeah, I just think again, like Lewis said, he needs to be more clinical. But I can see him, in the Leeds game, I can see him more scoring that Leeds game.
Werner?
Will he? But yeah.
You know the chance. You know the
Again,
chance
hard
with
for me to defend Werner, man.
You know
Like,
the
look,
chance where he went
I
near post. That's where he should have gone far post there. I don't know why he
Yeah,
went near
yeah.
the post.
He saw the gap and he tried to
but
catch
you know what it
Pickford
is,
off guard.
You know what my theory with Timo Werner is? He's never missed chances that's cost us. Do you get it?
Yeah, he
So
never
it's
cost us
like-
a point.
So
No,
it's like
no.
it's still. I know he should be scoring, but we got to look at the flip side. He's never ever there's not like today. Look, we've already won the game. Even if he scores, cool, that's good for him. But
Yeah.
because he didn't score, we didn't lose, sort of thing. So that's the only positive I can take from it.
It's
Obviously,
almost like
he should
you
be
want him-
scoring in it. But
It's like you want him to score an important goal, a meaningful
I'm giving
goal
him in the next
to
season,
score.
innit?
Yeah.
If that one that's
Yeah, but-
Liverpool counted, that would have been
Because
amazing.
Lampard
Yeah.
kept
Yeah.
playing. Lampard kept playing him left wing.
Let
innit?
me say something about Werner. He needs to take those chances and always score him. I think the problem with him is that someone needs to tell him that to calm down when he gets the ball and think about it a little bit more.
He's too excited.
He's rushing it. He's rushing it because we're
It's
good.
forced.
We're
It's very
good. We're
forced.
good defensively. But I already know we're gonna get. There's obviously it's gonna happen where we're gonna get to the point where we're playing from behind, and we're gonna need people like Werner to be putting those in. That's the issue.
And we might only get one or two of those chances.
Because
so
you
it's gotta put them
because you
away.
never
but I
know.
think-
Those two chances he missed. In another word, we would have been tied, or we probably would have been behind. That's what I'm trying to say.
Atletico
You
would
know
be
what
an
I wanna
example of
say?
that.
You know what I want to say something quickly. Each and every Chelsea fan should put a lot of respect on these players that were being criticized a few months ago, and we also should put a lot of respect on the manager because look at this. I saw Ancelotti went from 3 midfielders inside the middle to 5. I don't know if you guys realize that.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
still
I see that.
still got scored by.
Trying to close down 2 freaking players, and they
Still
put 5 in there, and it still didn't work.
Yeah, but that's him paying respect to us, isn't it? Every team sits.
Bro.
Every team does a low block against us. That's what I'm saying. People like James have to take the advantage there and just drive at people, bro.
Can't
If
believe
you play,
it.
if you
Even
play
still,
against a low
though,
block, just drive, bro.
Pickford
Even
saved
still,
them
though,
from it
that's
not
why-
being 5 or something.
That's why I was asking with Adoy. Like, I know he's played wing back, and the first time he's played actually
Yeah,
in the
but Johnny,
front
you see
three,
when
and he
Adoy was
really went
driving,
for it.
He created our chance because he drive. People got
Yeah.
to drive. This is why.
Yeah.
I
This
don't
is why I
know why
want Pulisic to play.
keep
This is why I
taking
want
them
Pulisic to
touching
play
down.
because Pulisic drives, man, but he's not fit.
He's not
Like-
confident and he's not fit. He's
Like-
playing with too much fear, the guy, man. And he's only
Yeah,
21.
I think we need to give
He's-
Hudson-Odoi the ball a lot more because in that first half, I think Hudson-Odoi was probably our best player in that.
When he
first
cuts
half.
in,
Every time he got the ball, he just looked dangerous. man.
Speed. Yeah,
Trust
speed.
me.
Yeah.
That's
He
German
was-
football, though. Speed, innit? They just play with speed. So
Yeah, but I think
Tuchel's-
that was
Tuchel's
credit to
bringing that.
Havertz. That's credit.
I didn't
to
realize how
Havertz.
fast Havertz was until today.
Hey, he
Yeah,
should
yeah,
have
he got them long
I
legs.
did not. Yeah, he should have. He got sandwiched.
His
I don't
pressing
even
was
think- I don't even
incredible.
think he's quick. He just got long strides.
Yeah, he's
He's
got
elegant
them
on
long
the
legs,
ball, that's
man.
it.
Long strides.
Every time.
Like
he
he don't
presses-
beat men quickly. He just beats them, man. Like he just gets the ball, quick touch,
Speed
and
of
then it
thought.
looks
He's
slow,
got
but it's
speed of
fast.
thought.
It's
That's
weird.
what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hey, what's
he's
the
just
West?
brain
Is
is
there
so
no West
quick.
Ham scores? Is there no
2-0
West Ham?
West Ham.
Oh fuck!
I can't
You're
believe they're
taking
still
a lot of
grinding
home
results.
space, man.
They need
We're
to
not
go away,
worried,
man.
bro. We're not worrying about West Ham, bro. We have them to play again. We'll deal with them.
We
We're not
got to
arguing.
beat them at
Oh,
their
right,
in their
let's go.
backyard. We got to beat them.
We
Bro,
got
Yeah,
to
we're
beat Leeds
doing our
first.
job. We'll be calm.
We got Liverpool out of the way. We got Everton out of the way. We'll get West Ham out of the way as well.
We
I
need
know,
to
but
beat Leeds,
they're just
man.
a bogey team, West Ham.
I'm
and
not
we don't.
worried about West Ham, guys.
Boy,
Like,
Lingard scored.
Swear down.
Guys, Man United, West Ham. If we win against Leeds and the Man United, West Ham, if Man United win, then we're clear of West Ham. If
They have
West
some
Ham
hard
win, then we're
games,
only
yeah.
1 point behind. Then we're only 1 point behind Man United.
I
so.
want to draw there. I want to
Man
draw.
said Lingard, you know.
and then we can be right up United's arses, and then we can get
Ling-
second.
Lingard's a 28-year-old prospect.
It's the
Jokes.
perfect form we've seen in ages.
28-year-old prospect, you know. Oh my days, Lingard. Fucking hell. You'd have thought he was 22.
We don't need to worry about what other clubs are doing now because we're doing
Yeah,
ours.
we just need to do our thing, innit?
We are. We're doing
comfortably
it.
in top
We're
4 now.
smashing it.
Game in hand.
But guys, imagine 1 month ago, when we were under Lampard and we
1
lost
month
to
ago, I
Leicester
couldn't
2-0.
leave my house. I couldn't leave my
You
house.
see the thing is, say in 2 months, Tuchel's gonna come in, and then you're gonna be making an argument for Thiago Silva not to come back in the squad because Andreas
It's not about
Christensen.
that. It's not about
I
that.
would have
man.
laughed.
Because
Bro, Mendy's contending for Golden Glove.
Mendy
No,
hasn't
I'm
even-
not saying anything. I'm just saying that's how good Christensen's been and how good and we thought some of these players like Jorginho, Christensen,
But these
Rudiger,
lot are not. They're
Alonso.
not bad players. They're not bad.
Yeah,
players.
I know. I'm saying the way Lampard made them look so
Because
like we thought they were out.
Vitmus alluded to it. Vitmus was saying when someone don't trust you or doesn't manage you well, then you're not gonna play well for that person. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Like it was a thing where his man management, Lampard, wasn't good. Like he was overplaying some players, and it just in the dressing room you can actually see it as well. Like yourself, you think, right, how am I not getting an opportunity?
Well, the whole of the back four was
Someone else is
was
always
never
getting an
playing
opportunity.
except Zuma. The whole of the back four from tonight.
That's what I'm saying.
Wasn't
Like
even
he dropped
playing.
Aspie. One thing you should never do, you should drop your captain in it. You know what I'm trying to say? Like you shouldn't just isolate your captain in it. You always got to play your captain.
It's all right. We're gonna have Mount as captain soon, anyway. So it's all right, man.
No, but to be honest, this is a question I wanted to ask even Lewis as well. Lewis, when you look at based on how we are playing, like I've been thinking about it today. Do you really think we will switch from a back three next season and go to a back four?
We will.
Hold on. And with that back four, would it be Mason Mount or Kai Havertz? I was asking Lewis. I wanted to ask Lewis this earlier.
Mount or Havertz in the 4-3-3.
Yeah.
We play Havertz false 9 and Mount.
Yeah, you could do them both together,
Yeah.
and that depends on if Haaland comes or not.
No, but that don't make sense. You can't play Havertz. Then where's Timo Werner has to play next season. I don't care that he's missing chances. He has to play.
You got to remember, Tuchel loves two number 10s. He loves 2 10s, so he will have Mount as an 8-10, and then Havertz as a proper 10.
Nah, but Johnny, he can't drop. He's gonna have to play Kante and Jorginho. He's gonna get another midfielder. Like
he'll have Kante, say Jorginho, argument's sake, and then he'll have Mount, and then he'll have Havertz, Werner, and Odoi, argument's sake. But you know
because there's no. The Lampard tried to do the 2 8s. It just didn't work. I can't see personally. I cannot see Havertz and Mount playing together. I can't see it.
They did in this game, though. They did in this game.
I know the Johnny, but the game was fun, man. I can't see it, bro. It's either you play one or the other. I can't see it together. I just can't see it.
Yeah, it's hard for me to see it too.
Because when Lampard was doing it, he did the 2 8s. Yeah, it worked for a bit, and then it just didn't work. There was no.
Yeah, but it just needs time, man. It just needs time. That's all it is.
I don't know, man.
I think the problem was Kai Havertz was playing so deep in that 4-3-3. And I think
you saw it today.
Is 8 is a box to box, and Kai shouldn't be doing the box to box thing.
No,
so
Mount
it's
the final third.
It's either you put Mason Mount as a deep playmaker, and then you put Havertz as the 10 because Havertz ain't doing the 8 role. He's just not doing it. You're limiting him. We're spending 70 million for someone to do an 8. position. Come on,
Personally, forget Haaland, bruv. Let's just stick Havertz as false 9, number 9 man, and we'll have Werner, and we can play Mount and Havertz and have a field
But
day
Werner
every
can't
game.
play left wing on a 4-3-3. So
Yeah,
No, but for Leipzig, he was on the left with Poulsen.
Nah, but he was playing with.
No, he was playing where he's playing now, left forward with Poulsen.
He wasn't playing left wing. You can't play Werner left wing.
He was playing like left inside forward.
Like 4-3-3 is what Tuchel will go to, innit? Like he will go to that, innit? Because that's where he's played everywhere, innit? This season, he's analysed our squad, and he's thinking, right, where can I get the best out of the defense?
He hasn't had time to try.
I think the problem Tuchel's going to have, right? Let's put this out hypothetically, right? Let's say Roman Abramovich, he wants Haaland. Tuchel will turn around and go, but Haaland doesn't fit into my system because I can only
Tuchel would want Haaland. Tuchel would want Haaland.
No, I'm just saying, argument's sake, yeah. Let's say he didn't want Haaland. Roman's going to go and buy Haaland regardless, so Tuchel's going to have to make it work, and then you're going to sacrifice either a Havertz.
But we can't talk about Haaland until he's our player. Do you get it?
I agree. Yeah.
I know, it's just a lot of sound. Haaland hasn't made noise that he's coming to us. We are the ones making so much noise. Unless the guy put pen to paper, let's just not talk about Haaland, innit? Let's talk about this season, innit? We're not clear. We're not finished. But Vitmus, I wanted to ask you. See the question you asked. What's your answer to that?
What was this question?
What's your answer, bro?
No. Honestly, like. As you said, I don't really see like us going back to a back four because
for certain teams,
if you think about it, as Tuchel,
that's a good point.
Look at it from you being the manager now.
Yeah.
And how good your team has been playing in a back three system.
Yeah.
And I don't see us going to a back four. I would love for us to go to a back four so that we can utilize a 3-man midfield and have more players in the box are going.
Okay, that's why.
Yeah.
But do you know what? The way we're playing Vitmus now, bruv, the way we're playing now, we're dominating, we're creating chances, we're scoring goals. I mean, I'm happy with the way we are. Like, generally happy, bro.
It just limits our midfielders. That's what I don't like.
Vitmus, it limits our forwards. Because we don't have that extra... Because we don't have that extra guy in the attack, we're always going to just score 1 to 2 goals. But we won't concede.
Yeah, but tonight you could say tonight we should have had about 4 goals.
We should have
tonight. Yeah. So we just didn't take our chances. So if say we banged in 4 goals, you'd be like, well, yeah, this formation doesn't really limit us.
I know,
but Johnny,
we should have got more than 2 today.
Pattern, Johnny. There's been a pattern though. If you look at all our games, it's been 1-0, 2-1, 1-0, 2-0. 1-0, 2-0, 1-2-1.
Yeah, so I put
that's more of a personnel thing.
I put it down to Tuchel coming in late in the season and trying to figure out and assess his squad with the games and how quickly they're coming and the importance of the games and the bloody level of teams that we're playing, a high level. They're all top, top 6 teams.
But Johnny, my G, Johnny. Those opportunities that we got to add to you say we could bang in 4 or 5.
We should have got way more today.
Those
Werner should have had 2.
And the Havertz one, I don't think that was.
Listen, Everton had to change their system, and that's what caused us to get more chances because they were trying to
they're trying to go for the.
Yeah, but that's because we were 2-0 up. They had to go for it.
That's why. What about a team that's not giving us any chances?
Yeah, but if they're 2-0 down, they've got to go for the game. Is what I'm saying.
No.
But what Vitmus is saying, Johnny, like let's say they're not chasing the game and they're playing a low block throughout and it's still 0-0. What do we do, fam? That's what you're saying, innit?
Against Liverpool, use Liverpool then. Liverpool was they were coming to us, and we
Liverpool players.
This is not a serious Liverpool team. This is not a Liverpool team from last season. This is
still, regardless, their front three are still dangerous. Any second they can turn it on.
I know, Johnny. It's not Liverpool of yesteryear. This is the next Liverpool, bro. Liverpool lost 6 games. 6 games. This is the perfect time to play Liverpool. Their morale's down. They're flat, so it's not the same.
Yeah, but arguably, we were playing them when they just lost 4, right? We made it 5th, and then they lost 6, so we've dented it even more. Is what I'm saying. But you would never. you could say before the game, you couldn't say in your head you didn't have a doubt that or a worry that Liverpool might just turn it on and go on a run.
Father did say it from my review. Say it's possible, but if we turn up, we can win the game.
100%.
Well, only Mount turned up, innit? Mount turned up. He basically won us the
you
game.
can't say Mount turned up, bro.
Johnny, man.
Werner turned up.
Mount could win the game.
Werner should have got one.
See, this is why I got so many migraines of you, Johnny.
Jorginho and Kante were excellent in that game as well.
Werner should have got one.
Christensen, innit? Man of the matches. Christensen and Mount were man of the matches.
Yeah, I agree with you, Johnny. But Johnny, you can't just say that only them turned up. Everybody.
Yeah, but if Mount didn't score the goal, we would have drawn 0-0.
No, you can't say that.
Someone else in that run.
You forget Zia's chance, but someone cleared off the line. Johnny, you forgetting that chance?
Yo, don't, Johnny. Don't go in your conversation.
I understand what Johnny's saying, though. I understand. We gotta be clinical. I understand.
But I'm going by what's happened, not what could have happened.
You know what I mean? In the conversation with Johnny about Mount and the Liverpool game, just leave it right there. So just accept it.
Let's look forward to the Leeds game, innit? Let's talk about the Leeds game, innit?
Oh, the Leeds game is gonna be amazing.
Timo Werner doesn't bag in this game. I don't know when he's gonna bag.
This
is a perfect game to stop our streak of only scoring 2 goals.
Forget Timo Werner, man.
Havertz is guaranteed start.
Jorginho scored a penalty again, man.
Oh my days! What are you on got some like Timo Werner agenda or something?
Nah, I love.
I can't lie. You see one thing with Timo, what I respect him for. He gets us so many penalties, man.
Every day, bro.
Listen, with Werner, right?
Had a poor game though.
With Werner, right? For most players, but especially a player that's just moved to a different country, a different league, changed two managers, COVID. It's very hard to gain confidence, but very easy to lose.
This is his first blip as well,
and he's trying to gain his confidence game by game. Today, I would arguably say he took a step backwards from the Liverpool game. The Liverpool game, he got robbed of a goal. And he got an important goal. And then this game, really, he should have taken at least one of those 2 chances, really, and he didn't. So the Leeds game is a massive game for Werner.
Yes, it is.
I have no criticism for him.
And Leeds either lose 5 or win 5.
Something. Do you think that Tuchel trying to do like a link up between Havertz and Werner?
Yeah,
that's why.
I a little bit, you know. But I saw it a little bit, but I think the ball didn't get put into our attackers enough in that first half. So every time Havertz got it, he was looking for Werner, but Havertz wasn't on the ball enough in the first half.
But that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, Rance. We don't play into them quick. We don't.
We don't.
We don't play into them. Sometimes the DJ Kovacic want to do this 2-touch. I'm like, yo, play.
And a lot of the times we don't send the ball forward.
But if it's not
Kovacic
on,
Reece James does that a lot. Like, there's a lot of
always
times where Reece
behind the player.
Gets into good positions and he just passes it back or
if it's not
sideways.
on, if Havertz is not on, this is where I need James to start bombing, doing these runs like with the ball. This is where you change, like you get the other opponent thinking like, okay, so they're looking for Havertz. Havertz can't get the ball. Reece James starts doing dribbling, that takes out players, man. So you got to use your like.
It's not even dribbling. I just want to see him driving with the ball because
exactly.
Like, you can't dribble, but I just want to see him drive forward. He can just run forward and be like, "What you want the ball?" Barges
That's what I'm saying, bro. He did it once.
This is why credit to Tuchel, because he's literally taken James Chilwell and made them play very well as wing backs. I mean, they're playing well.
Good management. That's
very good management. Very good management.
Because Chilwell didn't play for like 3 games. We brought him in for 2 games,
and he played fantastic. He was great.
Our squad is very good. You know?
That could be just like it took him 2 games to like teach Tuchel how to play left wing back.
I think
maybe that's why Kai hasn't been playing for so long.
The limit, you know.
Yeah,
I feel like
they're adjusting to the
Alonso
philosophy.
played for a little while, and then Chilwell played. So and then Alonso was like, "Yeah, I need to get my place back." So he performs, and then Alonso plays for a couple of games, and Chilwell thinks I need to.
And that's why he was screaming on the touchline in German to Werner and Havertz, because he was always telling them what to do, where to go, because they still don't know everything fully, what their role is. but they're learning and adjusting to it. So, I mean, he talks what 5 different languages. The geezer. He's like he speaks French, he speaks German, English, and something else as well.
But Johnny, I kind of think
You know what I mean?
that's a manager's responsibility, though. You have to. If you keep quiet and you don't say anything, the players will be like, "What's this guy on?" You have to sort of.
He reminds me of Conte a bit. Conte's like energy on the touchline.
Conte is a bit crazy though.
But he's not. He's a more like.
Be one of the fans on the touchline.
Blood, Conte is nuts.
You could tell like he's got. He just knows what he wants, and if he doesn't see it, he's straight up there.
But like that,
Sarri couldn't care less, fam. He was there smoking his piss, and I was like, "You man do the job."
Look, Conte for that still. Yo, man, there's only 2 problems I had with Conte. He sold Diego Costa, and it's just too much of this sit back boring football. Like win the league with that year because we had an inform Eden.
Yeah, I respect Conte a lot, you know.
Inform Diego Costa, but
I respect Conte a lot, you know. Took us from 10th to 1st.
Let's have it right though. Lampard built the foundations. What we got right now. Everything we got is from Lampard, and he needs credit
but some
for
of
that.
these players weren't even bought by Lampard.
Yeah, but well, yeah, you could say that. Do we know that for 100%? I don't know, man. I mean, if you're Lampard, would you turn down signing Havertz? Really?
Yeah, but this squad is built. This squad is basically built for Tuchel.
Bro.
I feel like Tuchel was suited better to this squad. Like.
Bro, Lampard would have never bought Havertz. Havertz was
Lampard when Havertz when a Lampard signing. No way.
You would have liked Ryan Fraser instead, fam.
Ryan Fraser.
Bro, Havertz is a camp. We all know this. And Lampard knew in the back of his mind that the 4-3-3, the flat 3 across the midfield was his formation. Havertz doesn't fit that role.
But he's still done it.
Bro, if we went for Lampard signing, I think we would have got Lewis Dunk or James Tarkowski instead of Thiago.
No, that's what he wanted. He wanted freaking Dunk.
yeah, he wanted. Oh my days, I'm so embarrassed.
But no disrespect to Dunk though. He plays in the way Brighton plays.
Johnny, please, Johnny, don't say
no. Dunk is a good centre back.
He is a good centre back.
40 million as well.
But does he? Bro,
Chelsea we're talking about, you know.
No, we've never got 40 million.
Listen, thank God Thiago Silva was on a free, because fam, if he wasn't and we ended up with like a Lewis Dunk or a James Tarkowski for like 40 mil.
Blood, we'll be 10th, man. We'll be 10th and be like, oh shit, why did we buy these players, man? We really gonna win the league with those players? Come on, man.
The bottom line is, guys, whether we bring up Lampard or not, he never expected to go past last season. He thought it was just a free run. They gave him a 3-year contract, obviously, for us, the fan base, everyone. Let's have it right.
Why do I keep thinking he's getting a 2-year contract?
But he overachieved, and they couldn't get rid of Lamps. They wanted Tuchel from the summer. That was clear. But he was still at PSG. Once he left PSG, they were itching and scratching, waiting for Lampard to have a really bad fall. He's had his fall. It was his first major dip. They didn't give him a chance. Ollie's had 3 dips. They've given him how many chances to stay on there?
Though. It's different.
All right?
Really
and they took their chance, their moment.
Can't really talk about Ollie. That's a PE teacher just in fantasy.
Yeah, I can't lie. Ollie would have been sacked a long time ago.
He's a PE teacher.
Listen. If United were going to sack Ollie, they would have done it when they got knocked out of the Champions League this season. That's when they should have sacked him, but they didn't.
We shouldn't even be worried about we shouldn't care if United sack Ollie or not. I'm happy he's there in it because they're shit in it. So I don't care.
As long as he's there, I don't think they're ever gonna win. They're never gonna win with Ollie.
He can stay there for 10 years. I don't care because
they're gonna go for Nagelsmann, man.
You know what? Actually, I'm glad they beat City. Actually.
Yeah,
bro, they can keep Ollie. I don't care if Ollie. Even I care, bro. I don't care if Ollie stays.
But
Ollie,
Johnny,
it's not that he stays. I was just using
Johnny.
I know what you mean. You know what I'm saying? Like the club didn't give They didn't give Lampard even. They didn't give him an extra 2 games after a win to sort of get it right.
Man.
No, he couldn't
was
get
already,
that
it was already
against
a done
Leicester.
deal.
But basically, Tuchel basically they wanted Tuchel after the Leicester game, but Tuchel had to do the Rona what's it called, protocols and stuff and all that manager stuff, and you get me, for the signing, and then basically after Leicester, he shook. I think Lampard shook all the players' hands and stuff. So I think they just gave him the Luton game because they were like, "There's no point we don't want to have a caretaker manager for this one." So, and he was probably gonna win the Luton game anyway. So it was like they might as well just let him have it because he's gonna win, so he can go on a high. But and then Tuchel was gonna come in from like I think after the Leicester game, but the Rona protocols and stuff.
That's why Lamps made Mount captain, because he knew anyway he wanted to give it to Money Mace. You know what I mean? It was clear. You could tell by his interview. But I back Lampard. I always back Lampard. I backed him from the start to the very end. I've always backed him, and I back all my gaffers.
To Lampard from,
it's because I keep hearing, I had it on the stream before. Everyone keeps bringing, if Lampard was in charge, if this and that, if that and that with Lampard, and it's like,
but Johnny, we were 10th. We were 10th when Lampard was in charge.
Yeah, I know, but we're only 5 points off top 4, though. That's not exactly something to worry
Johnny,
about.
man, are you not happy now?
Of course, I'm happy because I support Chelsea. I want Chelsea to win stuff. I want us to win trophies.
Johnny, we should put Chelsea first.
Johnny, are you happy because you're supporting Chelsea or because Mason Mount playing well?
I'm trying to. Okay, Johnny.
Mount didn't play today. Mount didn't play today, and everyone was coming at me. Oh, Mount's not on the team sheet. Blah blah blah. Blah. How does Johnny feel?
But you know what it is, Johnny.
I feel good because
I was defending you earlier. I was like, listen, I know maybe Mount is your favorite player, and you have every right to big him up because he's the popping player in form. So. You get me, like
it's not even that he's my favorite player.
Mount is quality.
It's not even that he's my favorite player. It's that I see him at being the next one from the academy since John Terry. He's that important for us. Going forward, I see ahead.
Johnny, you got to remember, the team was the first to break out. Adoy was the first to break into the first.
Yeah, I know, but Adoy for me has to prove now. Now he's getting fit because he had a bad injury.
But Lampard didn't give him a chance.
No.
Adoy is so talented. I haven't seen anyone that talented from the academy in quite a time.
Yeah, Adoy never
got given a chance. He was always on the bench.
Fine. I agree.
Sarri, when he started, he didn't play, and then when he did start playing, he picked up the ACL.
Was the first one
Lampard didn't play him regularly.
Right, I'll tell you why Lampard didn't play him. He didn't play him for 2 reasons. First reason is you need to ease someone in after they've had the Achilles or whatever it was, a ligament injury.
He was fit.
No, he wasn't fit. He even came out in an interview and said, "I'm not quite there yet. The gaffer knows what I need." He said that. Hold on.
should have played, man. He should have played
more.
When Hakim Ziyech,
and then he had to ease him in. When Hakim
Ziyech was injured,
so why didn't he ease Hakim Ziyech came back from his injury against City?
Because Ziyech was actually delivering the goods, was he not?
Nah.
Was he not? Yeah, he was.
He was. Form, man. He wasn't.
He was in all.
He had a couple good games against Burnley and
he played. He had a couple really good games, and then he got injured. Right? But what I'm saying is, he had to be eased in, and the second reason is his defensive game wasn't good enough. And I don't care what you say.
You want to speak about defensive game with Ziyech?
No, forget Ziyech.
Okay, Johnny, I agree with Johnny with that.
I'm talking about Adoy. If you pay Adoy, right, who's not actually admitted he's not fully match fit, risking getting another injury, and on top of that, being exposed down the right or left, or exposing your left back or right back, with our defence as frail as it was at that time, Frank Lampard couldn't risk it. And that's the reason why he didn't play Adoy. Tuchel is now able to play Adoy now as either a wing back and like we saw tonight, where it's his best position tonight, and we saw how good he is. But when you say to me he's the most talented, yes, him and Pulisic are the most talented and skillful players in our whole entire squad. Agreed.
No, Havertz.
Havertz. But I'm talking about like talent, real technical skill and talent, like skill.
They're talented in different ways.
Havertz is a brain. He's a speed of thought, intelligent player.
Pulisic and Adoy are cage ballers.
Right?
They're cage ballers.
Pulisic and Adoy are on levels
cage ballers,
with technical ability in that sense of skill.
You notice them. The skinny people now just.
But when you say to me, he's the most talented coming out of the academy, I don't care about talent. What I care about is what you do with that talent. What are you going to deliver with that talent? Because you can't just show that
Arsenal's
talent all the
defensive
time.
game has improved a lot. Like I
Yeah, but
remember against
that's
Wolves, he ran back.
that's credit to
Johnny.
Lampard easing him in and to Tuchel now.
Johnny,
That's my point.
Yeah,
That's my
what
point.
I'm saying is, now I was just making a point that Adoy was the first to break into the first team. That's all I was saying, innit? I was making the
because
point.
Mount was on loan to Vitesse at the time.
That's what I'm saying, innit?
But he was player of the season. He was player of the season for the Vitesse, Mount.
But he was playing with Derby, isn't it, for Frank Lampard, wasn't it?
And Derby, but he was one of their best players for Derby.
Yeah, but Mount's got to give credit to Lampard, because if Lampard wasn't the coach, I don't think any of these other coaches would have brought him in. So he's got to give him a good.
I don't really agree with that, and the reason I don't agree with
Johnny,
the guy, I've watched the kid. Trust me, the kid's mentality is next levels. His ceiling's above all of our players.
Yeah, because Lampard exposed that, so we wouldn't actually know.
Yeah.
We can't actually say if another coach would have brought him in.
Well, I think it's a blessing in disguise. It's a blessing in disguise that Lampard did get the job, and he did bring through. He brought through James. He brought through Mount, Gilmour. You're forgetting Gilmour as well, man. I mean, Gilmour.
I think Gilmour.
That game against Everton last year, we won 4-0. That game, he bossed the whole game. Gilmour bossed the whole game.
I think Gilmour needs to get some game time, man.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah, but
he's
come back from an injury though. He's come back from a bad injury.
Oh, that's true.
Low key. I can't see Gilmour going to start against Sheffield United.
He's not going to what?
No, I think he's going to be starting against Sheffield United. Low key.
But he needs to go play some games.
I think Tuchel rates him highly.
Well,
Gilmour's a very, very intelligent player.
He needs to go on loan and start getting game time, man.
Nah, not on loan. He doesn't. He let him play with the big boys. Let him train with the big boys.
Man,
and ease him in the cup game.
I don't know,
me.
Man.
Yeah, bro. But trust me, bro. I said it with Mount, and I'm
not saying Gilmour's bad, innit? But
no, it's not that he's. I know you're not saying he's bad, but what I'm saying to you is he's different gravy, and he's young. He's got time on his side.
Johnny,
don't want him on loan. I want him in the squad.
Season, Johnny, let me ask you a question, Johnny. Next season, what do you want us to do? In terms
I want us to challenge for the title.
Okay.
So, you know what?
It's Billy Gilmour. No offense to him.
Yeah.
Is those type of players gonna take us to that?
He's our most progressive. He's our most progressive passer of the ball. Very Scholes-like, yeah. And what's the other one from Barcelona? Iniesta stroke Xavi. He's that type of gifted player. He plays simple passes, but he can play that through, like you saw in the FA Cup. He played Tammy through. He run through. He played Tammy through, and we should have had a penalty.
Yeah,
and his ball to Reece James actually allowed James to play the cutback for Tammy to have a tap in. Now you can't tell me Kovacic or Jorginho or Kante have got that in their locker because this whole season.
Let me say something about Billy.
Go on.
I love Billy. You know, he's one of my. You know, I rate him highly, but. Like, I would think that also that the best move for him is to go on loan. But I think what's going to happen, he's going to stay in that squad, and I think it's going to, like, benefit us in the future. Just, like, look at what happened with
Curtis
Jones in Liverpool. Just perfect example.
Yeah, but if we're trying to fight for
look. You see with Gilmour, You see with Gilmour.
There's a lot of games to play.
He's got a bag of talent, and he's got a bag of potential. Yeah? But I think for us, I think he needs a loan, yeah? You got to remember the Leicester game and the Sheffield United game post lockdown, and the Swansea game as well, where he got overrun.
He needs to go to a ball playing.
No, I know. As much as I want him to go on loan, I think he needs to stay. Honestly,
shall I tell you why he's not going on loan? Because he had the chance. He had the chance to go on loan when Tuchel come in. He had the chance to go on loan, and Tuchel said, "I don't want him going on loan. I want him to stay."
Yeah, at the end of the season, though, Tuchel wants other centre mid.
Yeah, but there's no other ball playing deep line midfielder that we've got that can do what Billy Gilmour does, and he's at a young age. Is what I'm trying to tell you. He's got the attributes that we miss.
So you think? Yeah,
I know. I'm saying in the future he can definitely do that, but for now, I think he's way too young and way too inexperienced.
Johnny, do you think he'll take us to the league? because that's what we're trying to go next season, fam. So I'm
Maybe,
not.
I'm not saying next season, but he's going to play more games next season. That's all he needs.
Okay,
He just needs more games to ease
but
him
I
in.
just feel like if he
I'm not
wants to
saying
do
to play
that,
him every game.
if he wants to do that, he has to go out on loan. He has to, because these FA Cups.
I don't think
He will get more games. He will get more
I
games.
don't
That's
think
for
he
sure.
needs to
Even
go
next
on loan.
season.
Yeah, but
We're gonna clear out the squad. We're gonna clear out the squad in the
Johnny,
summer.
I'll give you an example,
Yeah.
Just like Mount went out on loan and did all, we went to Vitmus, whatever team he went to, then he went Derby. That's the same thing that Gilmour used to do. 'Cause remember, Gilmour,
but
18, 19, isn't it?
Yeah, but Gilmour, I'm telling you now, I've watched this guy through youth. I've watched him for about 4 or 5 years. Okay, I'm telling you, this kid is an unbelievable player. He just needs to be managed by the right manager and nurtured in. And Tuchel seems like he's going to be the right man to do that because he's intelligent.
Maybe he'll prove me wrong in it, but I personally, I'm with Brian in it. Like, he's
All right,
got.
well, remember we had the conversation. Remember we had the conversation about Billy Gilmour, because I keep saying it with him. I always have to defend him. Almost feel like I'm defending him when he's not really playing for me to defend him. If you know what I mean, it's like I'm trying to justify.
Yeah, but
how
we're doing
going
great.
forward.
So if Billy Gilmour gets in the team right now,
Yeah,
what's gonna happen?
he could boss teams, man. I'm telling you.
He could. No.
Yeah, but this is what
I'm telling you.
I feel like he might get overrun like the Barnsley game.
No, because if you watch the guys, go and watch the Everton game that we played last season, 4-0 before the lockdown and all that. Go and watch that game and tell me if that kid got bossed against Everton's midfielders.
No, I'm not denying that. He had 2 great games against Everton and Liverpool.
Yeah, but that's all he's had. That's all he's had.
He played the post lockdown. I think he played the Leicester game and he played the Sheffield United.
That was after he had like a slight niggle, whatever, and then he got injured, and then we didn't see him. And I guarantee you, if he was fit, Lampard would have played him more early start of the season, I reckon.
What I've seen him, I think he's had like 4 I'd say 4 or 5 good games, or 4, I don't know. And then he's had like a couple, I want to say bad games, but games where he got overrun. He was good against, what's it called? Who was it? Grimsby Town. That's the first time I saw him. Then it was good against Liverpool, good against Everton. He was good against Krasnodar in the 1-1 as well.
All right. Let me put it this way then. Okay? All right. Everyone says you want to throw a kid into the first team, okay? No one heard of Billy Gilmour. All right, I did, obviously. No one heard of Billy Gilmour, and he went in against Liverpool, a decent Liverpool team. Were they not? They had Salah.
Yeah, I remember that.
Right? He went on there and he completely dominated the game.
Johnny,
hold on then. And he won man of the match. All right?
Okay,
and that was the first time anyone heard about Billy Gilmour.
So did Theo Walcott when he was 16.
No,
hey, Johnny. But my point is,
you're not understanding.
Listen, Johnny, like the only kid that I'm throwing in here at that same age is Mbappe, bro. Because I know with Mbappe, I'm winning the league, bro.
What's his name? How old is he now? Billy Gilmour.
Like 19.
19. Listen, if Rooney can play when he's 17, if Ronaldo can play when he's 18, if Mbappe can play when he's 17.
You're speaking about world-class players, man.
Yeah, and Billy Gilmour's going to be world-class, bruv. And
exactly.
I'll tell you something.
Look.
Hold on, Ren. I'll tell you something about Billy Gilmour, right? If you're good enough, if you're a good enough youth player, you're good enough to play. Why not play? Play, bruv. What? Because he's small. So what?
Look. I just think, like M said, we want a challenge for the league next season, and I'm not even singling out Gilmour, I think Jorginho probably isn't good enough to win us a league, and Kovacic probably isn't as well to play every game, We're probably gonna go in for a DM to partner Kante because we know Kante is our best midfielder. So if we get a DM to partner Kante and we keep some squad players like if we have Mason Mount, Kai Havertz, what's it called? If we keep a Kovacic or Jorginho, who else? If we take one of the loanees as well, like one of Ethan Ampadu, Ruben Loftus-Cheek, or Conor Gallagher, that's your midfielder set. I think Gilmour's got talent. No one can deny that Gilmour's got talent. And that's why I want him to go out on loan. I don't want him to waste it on the Chelsea bench. I want him to be out on loan for a Premier League team for a year and then come back. And then when he's got more experience and he's used to the Premier League even more with regular game time, Like he can come back and he can boss
I'm
it.
saying
Okay, I
he's
hear
going
that
to
now.
be eased in, but he's better than all of the last three you mentioned. And I'm telling you,
Wait, Johnny,
he's got the minerals to be better than Jorginho and Kovacic.
I'm telling you.
I know. That's why I'm saying he needs a loan so he can prove it somewhere.
No. Why would you loan a player like that? And
Johnny.
people in the chat are saying I'm comparing Gilmour to Ronaldo and Rooney. I'm not comparing them to player profiles. I just want to explain. I'm comparing them to the ages that they came into the game at the high level. Billy Gilmour is a good enough player to go into that level of
yes.
game.
All I have to say.
Lewis,
Let
what are
me
your
say
thoughts
this.
on
All I
this?
have to
Billy
say
Gilmour,
is.
do you think he should
All I
get
have to
a
say.
loan, or do
Let
you
me
think
say
he
this
should
right.
be kept in the squad and
Let him
eased in?
speak. Let him speak, man. Let him speak.
All I have to say, I completely understand about his gaming time, what you guys are saying, but I honestly have faith in Gilmour that if you put him on the bench, you leave him on that bench, he will break in. He will break in.
He's too
Definitely.
good,
You know,
man.
it is, yeah.
Trust me,
Listen,
he's too good.
we've all got our opinions on it, innit? I personally think that to win the league, we need to go out and get someone. Like, do you know what I'm trying to say? I don't know
and
who.
Gilmour could get us that. Gilmour could get us that.
Bro, I personally think that you might think that, innit? I'm not saying you're wrong or right, innit? But we've all got different views on it. I personally think he won't get us to the league.
Who are you going to get?
I don't
give me
know
an example.
right now. I don't know, innit?
I think Tuchemani's good. Tuchemani's good to be
I
fair.
don't know. We were inquiring about Thomas Partey, and then I don't know where the fuck that went.
Lampard didn't want him. I think he wanted Declan Rice.
Just give faith to our youth. That's all we gotta do.
They're
Gilmour is
both-
good enough,
but
man.
they're both different players to Gilmour. They're not.
Yeah, but
they're more,
what Lampard was
got
trying to do, he was trying to build. Like he was trying to build. Like
what I'm saying is, you need a ball playing midfielder, deep line midfielder to play next to like a Kante or a Destroyer, right? Who's still got a pass on him, but you need that Gilmour who he's so composed, he's so clever and quick in thought. He's got a final ball in him every time. And we haven't got any player like that. Kovacic and Jorginho can't do it. They're good at all the other stuff.
Yeah.
But when it comes to that final link
For
up, the final
playmaking,
third,
for
playmaking, they haven't got it. And why are we going to let go? Why are we going to go and spend 50, 60 million on a player that might be 21, 22, all right, when we've got an 18, 19-year-old Billy Gilmour who could be training with Kante and Jorginho and Kovacic?
Who's going for Tillon? Lewis, what do you
Johnny,
think?
we're not going to spend 60 M's on a 21-year-old. We're not going to do that. Unless we've already got Havertz in it. We don't need to do that again. We're going to get a player that's finished article in it, centre mid. Like I don't know who right now, but we're gonna get that sort of player in it. Do you know
there's not many available. Is what I'm saying.
But we got the money, bro. If we go and pay, like we'll go and get we can get anyone we want if we put the money down in it. Do you know what I'm trying to say? So I'm not worried. I'm not too fussed in it. Like I hear you with the Gilmour thing.
Why take the chances of that when we have someone right there?
So that
you could go and spend your money
it's
on
why take the chances on that when we have it right there?
No, because if we get someone that's a finished article, we're more likely to win the league.
But we're already
look at Man City, bro.
Listen, we go and buy Haaland, bro.
Look at their academy, bro.
No, but we go and buy. Look at Foden. Foden's a perfect example.
Yeah,
look how small Foden is.
Yeah, but Foden's playing with a great team. He's
right, and we're not great.
Yeah,
but look at our players we've got. Look at our players we've got.
Yeah,
we've got a great side as well.
Yeah, but those players have won the league like what twice now. Our players, how many of them have won the league with us? Only Aspie. That's about it, innit? So you can't really compare us.
Yeah, but winning mentality is instilled from the manager also with a young side, so that will come. But what I'm saying to you, you go and buy Haaland. You go and buy Haaland, then, right? You go and buy Haaland, bruv. You got a destroyer shithouse up front who's going to be clinical as hell. You got Havertz, you got Mount, you got Odoi, you got Pulisic. I mean, that's madness going forward. And then adding, but it will click. It's gonna click. It's just a matter of time. And when it does click, we're gonna be deadly like City, especially the way we're playing with under Tuchel. We're going to be progressive. We're going to be dominating teams, possession football, which is what Romans craved, what we've all craved, and tried it with so many different managers and never got it. But finally, it looks like we might actually get that. So when you throw in a player like Billy Gilmour into that mix, he actually benefits your style of play to play like that consistently. And if he's got someone around him and he's got top centre backs around him, you ain't got to worry about physicality. In certain games, okay,
Now you
he
do,
might
man.
not play.
He needs to be a bit more stronger though. Because
You don't think he got overrun a little bit in the Barnsley game?
But Foden, I tell you now,
Foden's an
Billy
attacker though.
Gilmour,
You're speaking about central midfield. That's not places
I'm giving you
where you mess
physicality,
around.
bruv. I'm telling you about physicality.
Yeah, but he's got that low.
But physicality doesn't matter if you've got intelligence and you're in the right positions at the right time.
Nah, bro.
And that's game reading.
I know about centre mid. You got to be physical. Centre mid is different to on the wing, bro.
Gilmour is next graded, bro. I'm telling you, man.
Foden's an attacker. Foden's an attacker, though.
Yes,
You're
but
speaking about
he's still got to be physical. He still drops in a bit central as well, Foden. He doesn't just stay up top with Jesus.
But Foden's technical ability is on another level to Mason Mount. Like his
forget Mason Mount. We're not talking about Mason Mount. I'm talking about Billy Gilmour.
Not Mason Mount. I mean Billy Gilmour. I'm sorry, I don't even know why I said Mason
Billy
Mount.
Gilmour's so gifted.
Foden's technical ability.
Have you watched Billy Gilmour, guys? I feel like you ain't watched Billy Gilmour. Have you watched him for years?
Nah, I've watched Billy Gilmour, and I'm saying
I'm gonna have to duck out. I can't lie.
Lewis, what's your opinion on this? Billy Gilmour, stay or go on.
Billy Gilmour's going straight to the top.
No, I'm saying like for next season, do you want him? If say we get a DM to partner Kante and the big DM, would you want to keep Billy Gilmour in the squad or would you want to loan him?
Depends on if Jorginho's here, really. If Jorginho's here, I would loan him. If Jorginho isn't here, I'd keep him in the squad.
I think we should. You know what I think we should do? I say we should keep Ethan Ampadu in the squad, and then we should loan Billy Gilmour.
Nah. You can't compare Ampadu to flipping Gilmour, bruv. No chance, man. No chance.
I can't.
I think it's one.
I'm gonna have to wrap this up now. I've got to go onto a phone. But guys, big up yourself.
For sure, dog.
Big up, Liz.
You'll take care.
Cheers for having us on.
You guys haven't done so already. Take care. Up